Afternoon. Today is June 13th, and this is FlossTube number 44. My name is Tammy, greetings from Maine, and this is sewflysuniqueboutique. This is my little corner of, well, tiny spot of Maine where I do my cross-stitch, quilting, and finishing whatever other little crafty things I get my hands onto. So, yeah. So, today we have a whole bunch of things that I got my hands onto. I have my board. I was able to work on 6 things. I'm going to keep this one as is, because this is going to go from until the 20th. And then we'll erase it and a bunch of other things. So, I did get a finish. So, I'm up to 33 finishes. And this one I finished after doing it for 1 hour every day until it was done. It was just a little small thing. It had an ease. It's done on a green apple 18 count, and I dyed this fabric myself. Instead of doing all the different shades of white, off-white, white, tan, etc., what I did was I just used a silky variegated parchment, which I think works a lot better, because you get the different shades in a more natural way. And it's just black and red and and the parchment, sorry. It's been a rough day, so I apologize for my so yeah, that's my finish. And I have some Havanese specialty fabric that I'm going to be making a project bag for, and that I'm doing in a hoop finish, and it will be a piece of stitchy kindness that I'm going to be sending to Delaware. Anyway, so once that got finished, I needed another hour a day, work on 1 hour every day until it's done, finished. And I did change up my finished board just a little bit. I might have to take something off, but I put the Salem Sisters one because after working on that for a couple of days, it's mostly words, a couple motifs here and there. So yeah, I think that would be a finish. I put on Gothic Lights, but I'm not all entirely sure because there is a part I have to rip out. I have to frog out a candle. I found out when I picked that up. So I'm not counting the stitches that I've already done. I'm just going to start fresh because a lot of them are in that candle that needs to get ripped out. So, but I think I might be taking the moon phases off and putting on something else. So the village banner I don't think is going to be a finish because I only have that one little thing, and I think even if I did work on it for an hour a day, I don't know. We'll see. That might be a focus piece to get a certain amount of stitches on. I don't know. We'll see. But I did change a couple things around, and I did add the Salem Sisters #1 and the Goth. Anyway, so this will be my hour a day until it is finished. It is the Spooky Quaker by From the Heart Needle Art. And there's really not a whole heck of a lot left, which is nice. Unfortunately, there will be some frogging, I think. But the spider I finished up this morning, and it's in the wrong spot, so I'm going to have to take that out. And I did start on the web a little bit, and I put this piece in. I don't know how long I worked on this. I really didn't tell myself this morning, but it's going to be an hour a day. So this is my hour a day stitch. And then one of the other things on the list, my whip go number 25 is to work on any Quaker for I think an hour for 3 days. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work, I don't know if I'm going to do an hour a day, or if I'm going to do like an hour and a half tomorrow, an hour and a half Saturday, and then it's over. And we'll see. But this is the one I'm going to do. You can get this one at Witch Garden Crafts on Etsy. And it's a black and white photo, I apologize. But this is it. It is Salem 1692 sampler, and this was a restart for me, and I'm working on this motif here. And I've got some in the board there. It's not a very big one. It looks big here, but it's really not a very big one. I like this one. And I'm doing it on a 16 count grid. So I've got to finish up this motif. I think down here I'm going to put a little bit more of the border in, add some flowers, just so I can do a motif, do a little bit of border, do a motif, do a little bit of border. So, if you happen to go on, and she has some, Witchy Garden Crafts has some great, awesome fabric. I love their fabric. I can't afford their fabric, but I do love it. I'm not much of a fabric person. If I see one that I like, yeah, I get it. You know, I am part of the Forbidden Fiber Company. I get their monthly fabric of the month. And I like that. I mean, it's only $25, you know, and I get an 18 count, eighth of a yard, I believe, and I like it because they have long color. Oh my god, I wish it was in every year line. It's called Resolution. It's awesome. I haven't used it yet, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it for Under the Sea Fabrics. You pay the invoice they send you. Don't pay the invoice, they're not going to send it to you. So I really don't think I'm going to do that one anymore, because for some reason, even though I've emailed them a couple of times, I'm going to try one more time. I can't seem to get 18 count. Not that I mind 14 count, but I prefer the 18 count. So there's that. And then I started this morning, And it's a small little salve. It's from Stitch Sprout, and I've got the first two parts. They downloaded another part today. This is from their Patreon. So if you're part of the Stitch Sprout Patreon, this is free. And I'm not much into, not much into, mystery salves or anything like that. But this one's cute, and I've gotten almost the first part done, which is like that. So I really don't think it's going to take long to catch up. So I've got this part almost done, and then I'm going to work on this part. Do I have all the colors? No. So I'm just going to kind of look at what I've got and take it from there. And I will show you an example of that. I don't know if you can see it on here, but this is a 16 or 18 count piece of the Stitch Me. Not quite sure the name of it, but these little pieces here, which are part of the strawberry, I believe, they were supposed to be 2328, and I just changed them to Louisiana hot sauce from, I think it went pretty well with this other color, which is 347. So there's my start. It's kind of cute. Let's see how it goes. I saw the third piece when it downloaded. I think I'm going to let it do 2 pieces at a time, and then print it out and then do those 2 pieces, because they're small. And basically, if you do this on an 18 or 16 count, maybe this is 16 count, you're looking at a finished size of 3 by 3.5. So, and I think I did a 3-inch border. But I started a black wreck owl that did not work out. I've got some of it out. If I need to mow that out, I can. But I think it's cute, and we'll see how. Yeah, keep going with it. Velvet Pony Designs also has a mystery salve out. It's like $8. It comes in like 4 or 5 parts. I'm gonna wait till all the parts are out, and then, because I don't want to start from the bottom up, because I'm not quite sure how to do that. And you see either starting in the middle, which is what I do with this one, or starting at the left corner. And I would prefer to start at the left corner. I know there are people that start every which way and up, but not that way. So, this one I started because it was on my list. Because it's one of the things that I picked out of my bowl. Get up and start, or put in 500 stitches on the sandwich stitch. I did that, and I had all the colors anyway. I mean, I just had to find one, and that was Weeping Willow. But it's done with Classic Colorworks, Weeping Willow, no, Wisconsin Woods, Bramble Bush, and Black Coffee. And the light in here is terrible, I apologize. But they're very muted. Like the Wisconsin Woods is purple, the Bramble Bush is a coffee brown, and then Black Coffee is very good at that. And these are all from Classic Colorworks. And this is by Plum Street Samplers. It's the very first. There are 3 versions of the Salem Sisters. I do believe I have all 3. And that's what it looks like. Sisters of Mine. We have done no crime. Yeah, we go hanging. These foul townsfolk. they thought us cursed, and now we're up, we're swanging. So that's that, and I did get in 541 stitches, so I did get over my goal. And I'm doing this on an 18 count person, which I'm finding I really like stitching on. I mean, it's very nice. And I really like the earthing. It's kind of got, but it's kind of got a little bit of a pinky, peachy, brownie vibe going on. These colors show up very well. So this is as far as I've gotten. I'm not quite sure I'm going to work on it again, but I think it's going to be soon. And then I worked on Night Spirit Studios, a Gobbler, the Vampire Gobbler. This was a Patreon. I'm no longer part of the Night Spirit Studios Patreon. Well, I'd love to be involved with all of them, but I just can't afford, so I need to pick and choose which one I go with. I'm still part of the, I don't think I'm part of the Kiri Sokovia anymore, I'm not quite sure. I think I canceled that one. But I am still part of the Witchy Stitcher Patreon. And now it's Stitch Sprout. And I think I might throw Bad Stitch. I'll see if Bad Stitch has one. And so I frogged out the bottom part of the and I got it all nice and even. So all I have left is the stem and the bottom of the garnet. Probably. Definitely want to work on this one again because it's quick, it's easy. This was going to be my 1 hour a day, but I think I like the idea of be quicker instead. So these are both slated. This one's slated for a finish. And then I changed it up a little bit. So I worked on, I finished I finished J, M, N, and I added P and Q instead of E, S, and W. So, I'm talking about Cottage Garden Samplings and Christmas Cooker, or Christmas Sampler. You really can't see it because the fabric's too dark and the gold something or other. I don't even think if I took it out of the bag you'd be able to see it, so here's the one thing. But I have, this is number 1, and I do have 2. I have Halloween 1 and 2. But I finished Joy, and I got Peace. Peace. Mary. Joy, Mary, Peace. Working, I have Noel the N for Noel done, and Q for quaint done. So, yeah. And I changed up one thing, and that would be the snow. See how there's a snowflake here, snow here, and then this thing and snow down here. Any of the snowflakes are going to be done in Frosty. Okay, yeah, this one, Frosty is from Classic Colorworks, and it's kind of off-white with blue highlights in it, and I like it much better than just a plain white. And this is Classic Colorworks Frosty. And that's it. So that's for all the snow pieces. And it's going to be for the snow at the bottom. Because under wishes and Xmas, there's like a band of snow. And these are all the colors I'm using. And the gold leaf, definitely, I think it's a 16 count parchment. I'm doing this on. Started this before. Yeah, that's it. But here it is. This is how much I've gotten done. So I finished Joy and I put the star in. I finished Mary and started the N. And underneath Mary is this. So the snowman from Janet. And then I've got Peace and the tree. And then I finished Q. And I think when I return to this, which I'm going to try to return to it next week, I'm going to get the kisses and the ornament in. Because if you look right here, there's a page of kisses, and then after a while we have ornaments. And then instead of going down to, I think I might just go move this down to the bottom after I get quaint in, and then do the sleigh, tinsel, wishes, and Xmas. And then I can go way over to the right and do the whole right side. Now, I did not finish the 500 stitches, but I'm going to. This is Wonderland Stitches by Pixie Stitch on Etsy. Black and white picture, I apologize, but it's just a bunch of Wonderland, you know, what the type of teacups they'd use at like either the Queen's party or not necessarily broken like the Mad Hatter, but similar. And somewhere I made it oops, but I'm just going with it. So I worked on this cup, and I'm going to finish hanging it in, and then I started over here on this cup, and I think that got me over 300 stitches. So I still have a couple hundred to do. things to do was to start my geometric bear today. And luckily for me, the geometric bear, which is right here, and the geometric moose have the same color theme, or the same color light. So what colors I'm using in the moose, I'm also using in the bear. So that makes kitting enough easy. Didn't really have to do much. And doing this on a piece of 16 count legend by B Stitch Me, or ledger by B Stitch Me. And I attempted color completing, but I was still so here it is. I love the color of the fabric. Like I said, I'm not much of a fancy fabric type of person. If I want to get some neat dye, add this much or this much, or the more you add, the darker it's going to get. The more glue you get in there, the darker it's going to get, kind of deal. And that's the way I like to do my fabric. That way I can just buy 18 count and call it good. I don't have to go searching. However, I am more of a fancy floss person. I like the weird colors of floss. I would go with that any day of the week. In fact, I've been trying to find some for some monochromatic pieces that I really, really like to do. So, but the shipping is ridiculous, so I'm not going to pay, if I'm paying like $3 for a skein of floss, I'm not going to pay $5 in shipping. It's just ridiculous. So there's that. That is part of the belly. This part here is part of the foot, and then this part here goes down, and it's part of another foot. One back foot, one front foot. And it's kind of ironic that I'm working on a bear with Brooklyn. The other thing, I did not work on my moose, but I do need to put 500 stitches in my moose. Oh, I did put in some more stitches on my fox, though, because this is a gift. And this fabric I got from Wicked and Whimsy, and her fabric, as you can see, is beautiful. I could replicate this, I would. But this piece of fabric, I only spent $10 on. And if you buy so many, you get free shipping. So I could buy $40 worth of fabric and get it for $40, which is just 4 pieces of this lovely mottled teal and charcoal gray. And I changed the whole colors. I did a complete conversion of my own on using Sulfy. You really can't see it, but the whitish, that is parchment. And then we have rust, cinnamon, an autumn, and sunset. This is actually a gift for my stepdaughter's partner. She likes flocks. And I think there may be some little pieces left over that I can use for something else. So I'm going to continue to work on that. Every time I pull out, I pull out my moose, put 500 stitches, put in a shape or two of the floss. That's how I'm going to do that. And that is it for my WIPs, works in progress, and new start. What I am going to do though is I'm going to keep my board the way it is. I did not make any notes for it on my notebook just in case. That way I'm going to do notes for next week, hopefully. There is one thing I forgot to grab, so if you would hold please. Okay, sorry about that. So you're probably wondering what the other pile was. This pile here. This pile here is things that I not only want to start, but they're also a bunch of full coverages. Sorry. They're falling all over the place now. But yeah. So what I wanted to do was show you one that I did start, but I haven't worked on it very much since I started it. And this is called the Executioner's Block, and it is from Screaming Heart Designs on Etsy. And this is what it looks like. Ooh. It's too much. There we go. And it's done in one color, and I'm not doing it on that fabric. But I am doing it on a Wicked and Whimsy fabric, and I think this is, no, this is not the same color as the Velvet Couple. But, excuse me. I think this is how it goes. And this is all I got done was this one little thing. And I do want to work on this again. So if you ever happen to be on Etsy, and you'll check out Wicked and Whimsy, because she only does, I don't think she does like linen and things like that. If she does, I haven't seen it. Most of the ones that I get are 16 count, because I like working on 16. And these particular fabrics here are really good for monochromatic. And I'm using a black silky thread for that. Alright, this one will be a start next week. This is Owls. You can find this on Cross Stitch TR on Etsy. And this, in my mind, it represents my two kids. My stepson Reese, my stepdaughter Julie, and my daughter Becca. Even though I may not have had my stepchildren biologically, I still consider them my kids. But I'm starting, this is going to be my Juneteenth start. And I know that, Juneteenth is about Black Lives Matter and all this, that, and the other thing. But, I mean, I think this represents, life in general. And, in a way, because these are birds of prey. And I'm going to try to do the birds. I mean, yes, there's probably black in here. But, to me, this is special. And I'm doing this with my friend Claudia. We both have it. Because she messaged me about it. and I found the name of the shop, and this is owls. And my stepdaughter loves owls, but this is going to be for me and my husband, representing our three children. So, there's that one. So I hope you're ready, Claudia. If you're having coffee with me tomorrow morning, I know you're ready. I haven't heard much from her this week. She's kind of rainbow. I don't blame her. And then I picked the name out of my bowl, and I'm going to be starting this one next week. This is Bent Creek Scary Stack. I love the cats. I could do it in the Gentle Arts and Weeks, but I think I'm just gonna do it in the DMC. I'm not quite sure what kind of fabric I'm gonna do it on. I do have a 16 count. What's this one? 32. I have a 18 count French country mocha, or vintage country mocha, and I also have a 16 count vintage French latte. This is actually done on a 32 count Belfast Country Cream. It's only 65 by 95. So I think I might be doing it on the 16 count. And I love this. There's just something about this that just gives me a smile, and after today, yeah, I need it. Alright, I also want to do a few ornaments. These are right up my alley with the crow stitcher and the hibernation stitcher. I think Angie did one of these last year. These are the mistletoe ghosts. I think I would love to know where she found these frames. I really would. But I think I'm going to do this one. And then we have the Bah Humbug that goes. Jacob Marley. I do have a Jacob Marley it's not really a headstone, but it's a sign that says Marley and Scrooge, Counting House or something like that. I got that from the Stitcher Hood. You should really check out the Stitcher Hood. She's got some nice patterns, nice charts. I did do this one, but I have to figure out a way to save it, but I want to do it again. It's called Blessed Yule. I want to do it in a different color. I have some lagoon. And then this is Mary Gosmas, and you saw this one because I did do this one, but I didn't do the two. I'm gonna do the two. And that's it there. I know there's more. There's one, the one that Angie did is from the Patreon, and I have it. I just want to figure it out. But it's a spider, really cool looking spider, with his butt is like a peppermint candy kind of thing. It's really kind of cute. I thought I picked that one, and then have to. And then I've never done one of these before, but you read things, you see things, and they just kind of stick with you. And this saying, this quote, came from a movie. Again, could have come from last time. But what I know it as is when Michael Keaton read the Batman series. The first one was him and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. And right before they started this fight scene, you hear Batman say to Joker, repeat the quote. Because come to find out, that version of the Joker killed Batman's parents. So the quote is, have you ever danced with the devil on the pale moonlight? And this is what it looks like. And this is from Stitchman Darcy. And he is on Etsy, as well as a YouTube and an Instagram. And yeah, I'm gonna do this. If I was to get, this colored fabric, I would have to go to an LMS. The closest LMS to me is, I want to say almost 4 hours away. If I wanted to go to Bangor. But I think I figured out a way to do the, I don't know. But I will look. And then this is, I love Cottage Garden Santones. I really do. And I love this because she is just so cute. I want to do this. This is called the Clumsy Witch. Sorry about the glare. But look at her. She's just, I think this would look good on an 18-count piece of haunted. I might just have to get a piece. And then I was on Haunted Frames. I follow it on Instagram, and she had put up this really cute frame or book that had a fox. I was like, oh, I have to check her Etsy site. But I have a couple of these scouted out, and this one I did get. This is called Haunted Frames Book of Frost Dragons. And I love this. I really do. I think it would look better. I have an ice blue, but I'm not sure the white would come out that well. Maybe a middle blue. That's what I'm thinking. And then I ended up getting a few. I have more. This was before the whole AI thing. Now, the way I look at it is if you're buying a pattern from somebody and right on it they said used AI to make it, or they have an explanation of why they used AI. That's right. As far as I know, Heaven and Earth Designs does not let you know if they use AI, and I don't think that's okay. You should be in the know, so you know if you want to let it go. Okay. So, and I know a lot of people are kind of boycotting, or a few stitchers, or a few FlossTubers, like crafty gaming genie does not really want you to buy any more Heaven and Earth due to the AI. And Andy from the Crow Stitcher, same thing. She's choosing not to buy Heaven and Earth designs because of the AI. That's their choice. I, on the other hand, if I know that that's what they're using, it doesn't bother me half as much as me being in the dark and then showing it on here, and somebody said, "Oh, by the way," you know, that would make me a little bit more upset. And I fell in love with this one. This is Mini Angel Light, charted by Heaven Designs, and the artwork is by Melissa Dawn. It's not very big. It's only 175 wide by 239 high, and it only uses 50 colors. But I saw this and I was like, I have to have. And I'm really not into the angel kind of thing, but this is my other darkest kind of angel. And I don't know when I'm going to start it, but I know I want to start one sooner rather than later. And then this one I got, and I like Nadia Tate. Her stuff is kind of cool. So this is from Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Nadia Tate. And this is a Quick Stitch Puppy Love Bag. And I'm a dog lover. And this one kind of has the facial features of a pit. And my dog is a pit mix. Miss Patches. But she is kind of a brindle color, white and brindle. She's got one big white strip across her back. But yeah, I was actually thinking about, maybe making her a little bit more purple, because I'm not a big pink fan. I don't know. And the numbers down here are if I did on 18 or 16. I might do it on 18 because I'm not a big fan of 25 counts when you count when you attach. And there's one that I want to do, but I might just start over instead of have to make it. So, then I got this one. This is the Face of the Fae 141. It's artwork by Jasmine Beckett, and this is Alice. This is the face of Alice. And it's only got 47 colors. I might find out, same idea, if I can do an 18 count. And I just love, it starts out with one stitch of this, one stitch of that. So it starts with confetti, which doesn't thrill me. But pretty sure I could skip over that and get to the bulk colors. I just love that face. That face is just stupid. And then I showed you this one. This is the Queen of Hearts. It's by Celtic Rose Needlecraft on eBay, Etsy, and it's a little Hotmail account. And I just, that face is like my grandmother and my mother made me mad. Hence the name Edith Deborah. And she's got that sassy little attitude with my back page. So. But this one I think is going to be an intimate start. I don't have all the colors. I do pick up a lot of reds. But basically it starts off as black, and black. So that's only 310. Pretty sure I can do that. This is Stained Glass Owl. Artwork by M. And the pattern is Shirova Creations. I want to do stained glass so badly. And I just love this. If you go to 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy, they also have a couple of stained glass. One of them is a stained glass bee, which but I love the owl. I love the colors. The color list is large and in charge, for sure. So, that's okay. Pick a spot, start, if you have the color for it. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm not going to wait until I get them all started or get it up, because it would just, I can get up as I go along. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit easier to deal with when it's all figured up, but it takes so long to collect all the colors and get them all situated. This one I got from Dizzy Digital Craft Company on Etsy. I love it. I just happened to come up and I was like, oh, I need it. Because it's a little frog drinking coffee. Now, I'm not much into frogs. Reptiles, not so much. But the fact that he's wearing an autumn sweater, probably drinking a cup of pumpkin spice. Not that I like pumpkin spice coffee, but I'm just saying. Or drinking a cup of tea. Just, it gets me. It's so cute. So, yes. And he looks very distinguished in that sweater. And he's just very cute. So, this is another one I want to do. This is Cherry. And this I got from, Make Him Look and Not. And she's very upfront. Even before, if you read the description, you know, most people read the part of the pattern that says, this is blah, 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 and how big it is, blah, blah. First thing you see is I use, if you are offended by the fact that I use AI for this may not be, you know, so on and so forth. But she's very honest about it. And I'd much rather have somebody who's very honest with me about things and very upfront about things than to find out later on that, guess what? Somebody stole the copy or stole the picture and tried to make it their own. Because with AI, all you have to do is make a couple little adjustments. But most of her stuff is her stuff, so here it is, isn't it? Oops. The glasses make the eyes just sound like Alright, and then we have this one. Now, this one comes in stone. I was checked my email and a newsletter from I think her name is Steve. Yeah, Steve. And she does have a YouTube. It's My Life is a Whip. You know, watch her YouTube, but some of us watch. She doesn't usually come up in my queue because I don't watch stuff. She is located in Portland, Oregon, and the artwork is by, I think it's her, Fiona Whitman, using AI, and it's right on the picture. Okay, and she said, "This is a freebie, and it's called the Cat Diamond." and it's not on a website. I checked, can't find it. So I think it's one of those things that uh, you know how they bring stuff out at market, you know, or if they put stuff in magazines, you have to wait a whole year for it to come out. But yeah. So I'm wondering if that is the thing here. So, but I named my dog his name is Callaway. So this is Callaway, my cat dragon, and I need to print out the chart itself so I can see where it starts and what color it starts with, because I'm pretty sure I've got a few of the colors. I'm not doing it on 32 count winning. I don't care if it only makes it an 8x6. I might do it on a 16 count because it's basically, you know, no. If you do it on 18 count with 2 inches, it's 20 by 50. So, I think that's what I'm going to do. But he's pretty cute. She's so cute. I mean, come on. How can you not like that face? I'm not a cat person either, but I kind of like dragons. I always have. Okay. And then I get a few small things. These are full coverage. The fish, like way small. This is Death Valley, California. And I was born in California. I don't know if I was born near Death Valley or not, but I do know I was born in California. And then my daughter did a trip this year with the school to go to Washington, D.C. So I'm going to make this up for her. And then this one is Summer. The artist is the clip art guy, and the pattern is from Shiroba Creations. Now this is big. This is big. And you have a whole bunch of blank space way up here before you even get to this part. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a piece big enough. Because if you do it on 14 count, it's going to be basically 41 by 41. There's no way I'm doing this big puppy on 14 count. That's not going to happen. So I am going to take the dimensions, which are 570 by 564. So I'm assuming it's 570 wide by 564 high. And I'm going to figure out how big a piece you have to have for 18 to 20. And then we'll find the middle. Go down. So, but this is stained glass. So I love, there's something about the stained glass book that I'm just absolutely, I don't know why, I don't know, but I like it. So, okay. Now, those are things that I want to start. Some of them are newer, some of them are not. There's a couple others that I purchased. One was from Maxi Patterns, and it is a bookshelf, and it is gorgeous. It's an old library bookshelf where things are coming apart because they've been so lovingly read. But I did discover a few things while I was straightening up a little bit. Well, one of them came in today. They're my fabric of the month. The other thing I kind of discovered while I was cleaning up. the thing that came in was 1/4 of a yard of ginger root. Ooh, ooh, by Forbidden Club. There it is. And that's kind of close to color. So I might use this on the scaredy stuff. I think that might be good. And then I found this. Now, anybody who knows me knows that don't talk to me. So I found this Dexter's coffee. The only person that can get away with even looking at me cross-eyed without me having a coffee is the dog. Everybody else moves away. Like the Queen of Hearts. Off with their heads! Got my coffee. So this is delivering the coffee beans. And I love this little sheep. My little bird. So cute. Now, we've got wheat skylarks, and you have to definitely use a wheat skylark because there's no substitution, which is kudzu. I think I may have some of that. There's also cinnabar, oak, and if I want to, take to DMC friends and mix it together and hope it comes up. Do that. And Confederate Grey, and I might have to do that because I don't know if the name is Confederate Grey or not. Because I'm sorry, but anyway, I just Confederate Grey. See if they got it. The DMC is a reason. But there is one, it's called Simply That. It's called Porvo. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the DMC Ultimate, which is 3032, one strand, and mix it with 3782, one strand, and call it a day, just for that one. But it's very cute. And I did find a few others, but they've gotten lost today. Anyway. So, I would like to thank Andy for Close Stitcher for shouting me out on her channel on Monday. Thank you so much, Andy. I know that we I said thank you in two different things, but I want to say thank you in front of everyone because Andy sent that lovely, what she said, that lovely shout out. I ended up getting a few more subscribers, which I'm very happy with. Did I get a lot? No, but you know what? That's okay. I'm good with it. There's a lot of people to watch. That's the way I look at it. And there's a lot of people out there to watch, and not everybody's gonna like what I do, and that's fine. I just happen to like what she does, and she said that she wasn't that much into geometric animals until I showed the crow. So, thank you. So if you are new here, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. And if you haven't done that yet, and you like what you've seen, and you have thoughts about how I could improve, I would really appreciate that. And you can get in touch with me through Instagram, which is sewfly.uniqueboutique on Instagram, sewflies.uniqueboutique. Or you can email me at sewflysuniqueboutique@gmail.com. I am also on the Threads, which is part of Instagram. I am on Threads, so if you want to send me a line there, there I am. Or if you follow me on Instagram, you can find my little thread account. I've only used it a couple times, but hey, I'm okay with it. Or, you could just comment down below, and if you have any ideas that you think would improve my channel, please, 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 let me know, because I would love it. I really would love it. I answer all comments, good, bad, or indifferent. And the way I look at it is, if you don't like what I have to say, then you just kind of unsubscribe, which I know some people have done, which is fine. I'm good with it. Yeah. There was a lady, she's over in Nottingham, England. Her name is Lindsay, and she is the Elvin, EVELVIN Stitchery, the Elvin Stitchery. Her name is Lindsay, and she does her channels, she does her things probably about once a month, which is, kind of, she got, her taste is along the lines of, villains. She likes the villains. She likes the fairy tales like Alice and Belle and all that. She likes the stamp kits, which I can't say that blame her. They're easy. You just pull everything out. You don't have anything to kit up. It's all kitted for you, so all you have to do is pull it out and start. But yeah, she likes the villains. Like Harley Quinn, Joker, stuff like that. Which I think is kind of cute. She's kind of cute. And you have to really listen to her. Because if you don't, you're not going to understand what she says. Her accent is, she's very thick accent. And like I said, she's very cute. She's just got a really thick accent. You really need to listen to her. A lot of people that, if you watch any UK stitchers or FlossTubers, they're very, what's the word? Articulate. She's articulate, but you really have to listen because she's also very soft-spoken, so you're not going to always get what she has to say. The other one I was watching is Sarah. Yeah. Maybe that's who it is. She's over in Ireland. She has a little girl named Charlotte, who is so adorable. She is so adorable. She's just too cute, okay? And she's got this little tiny voice. And you really have to listen to what she says too, because if you don't, you're not going to understand what she's saying. But she's cute. And little kids, they get to me. They really do. I love little kids. They've got a special place. In this cold, dead heart of mine. No, I'm just joking. No. My cardiologist and my surgeon, they found it, they fixed it. I'm all good now. So yeah. But yeah. So I'm going to be doing a think I'm going to be doing an extra at the end of the month about the stitching that I'm going to be doing for Jingle Jangle July. And I think from now on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, at the end of each month, so at the end of July, I'll show you the things I have in store for August, which I should have been doing all this time, but I know I haven't been doing this a year yet, you know, so not all entirely sure. And the last time I did an extra, you know, because I did all my Halloween stitches, somebody was a little, well, don't you have anything else? I like Halloween. I like Hocus Pocus. I like the witches. I like the plague doctors. I like the bats. Sorry if that's not your aesthetic. I apologize. But I also mix in some stuff that I think other people would like. Like, would be, I did do some Easters. I'm also doing a year of gnomes next year. I have my months all set for next year because I'm changing a couple around. Just like I did with Geometric June. I'm also going to switch a couple around this year. I'm keeping my Jingle Jangle July because I know a lot of people do Christmas in July. Am I going to do Christmas? Yes. I'm going to do Christmas. Or Yule or whatever. I'm going to do what I like. And if some of it's a little creepy and it's still Christmas, well then, okay. It is what it is. I'm not going to stop being me and not stop doing what I like because somebody gave me a comment about how I didn't have an Easter or a spring or anything like that. Sorry. I apologize. But it is what it is. Do I like that kind of stuff? Yeah, some of it. Am I going to do it all the time? Heck no. No, it's like some people, the only thing they want is to be circles. Okay, that's what you like to do. Some people, the only thing they want to stitch is, cutesy stuff, whimsy stuff. I like doing some of that too, every once in a while. Do I want to do it all the time? Heck no. I want to do different things. It's probably why I have so many whips. I do, but that's okay. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, I just like doing different things. And I actually considered not coming on here today because I was having such a rough morning, and why I don't know. But I'm not going to say this to you, worries me, because, it's just something, I have a feeling I know what the problem is, and I just have to ride the wave. But there was one of the people in my networking group, and she and I are kind of kindred spirits, because she is younger than me, but I consider her my sister, because we get along so well, and I love her. And she was talking about, acts of kindness. And she started drinking. And she's trying to, do more acts of kindness for people. Strangers and whatnot. Just do, that kind word. Like if you see somebody that's standing there looking a little, and everybody's pretending like they don't exist, how would you feel if you were having an issue and everybody was walking by you kind of walk away? And that wouldn't help. That wouldn't make me feel very good. But I have one of those faces that is very expressive, and I think sometimes people should talk to me because I look like I'm about ready to take their head off, and I'm not. Oh. So, she was telling a few stories here and there, and one of them just clicked with me. And at the end of the presentation, we all get up and, one at a time, and we say thank you and whatever we did. I couldn't even get through it. Oh, just looking at her. And if I keep it up, I'm going to start to cry again, and I don't want to do that. So, but yeah, it got me going. And I don't cry, especially in front of people. Okay? I'm not a crier, and have been in probably never will be, but I have a feeling I know why I started to cry. And there was just something about it. And something about her husband had lost an uncle, and they went to the service, and the granddaughter, the uncle's granddaughter, was saying that she talked to her grandfather every day and how proud he was of him. And I can remember at my dad's service, and my daughter got up in front of everybody, and she said that, every time she saw her grandfather, the one question he always asked her is, do you have a boyfriend yet? Of course she says no. And she said she was going to miss that. She was going to miss going down and seeing her grandfather and having him look at her and say, that's what you have boyfriend. So yeah. That kind of hit. Something about that whole situation just hit me just right. So, I guess the moral of my little life talk is, if you see somebody that, especially, there are people that can be on bridges, and not that there's a lot of bridges around here, but they were talking about a gentleman, I can't remember his name, how he was one of the over 30 survivors of someone who jumped off the Brooklyn Bridge. He actually survived because he was trying to. I say, nothing, in my opinion, okay, this is how I look at it, in my life, there's nothing that's that wrong with me mentally that I'd have to do something to hurt myself. Okay? But that's me. Not everybody thinks like that. And I get that. But if you see somebody that looks a little weird, you might just want to say, how you doing? Hi. How are you? And if they talk, they talk. If they don't, and they just get up and walk away, okay, fine. At least you tried. Now, in my case, I'd have to actually want to leave my house to do this. But my daughter and I did do something nice for a lady. We were at the grocery store the other day. We were shopping, and we were talking, and there was a lady, and we were looking at something, I don't remember now what it was. And there was a lady in the baking aisle, and she looks at us, and she says, could either one of you reach way back there and grab that box of, I think it was like lemon bread or something like that. And we're like, yeah. So Rebecca got right up there, and she reached back because she's a lot more flexible than I am. I was able to grab it, and give it to the lady. And she said, thank you, and we said, you're welcome, have a nice day. And the reason she was buying this particular Myers lemon bread is because it tasted like Starbucks lemon something or other. But yeah. So that was our act of kindness for the day. So every once in a while, you know, we are able, you know, we try to help where we can. But that's just us, you know. The way I live my life is, you know, number one, karma's a bitch, and what goes around comes around, number one. Try to keep it clean here, sorry. The other thing is, you treat people the way you want to be treated, and you know, catch more flies with honey and do that kind of thing. So, yeah. So like I said, you know, she just got to me, and I couldn't even get through my whole thing before I started crying, and she came over and we hugged, and it was just, you know, just something about that whole presentation got to me. Now, her business is called Oregon Owl. She's actually a representative, and I'll have to remember to show her card when I can. But what it is she has all these different kind of lockets, and with these lockets, there's elements that you can put into the locket to make it more personalized. You know, like if you were making one for your mother, or if you were making one for, you know, a friend, or, you know, gift. Like if I was making one for my stepdaughter, she loves cats, she loves owls, you know, that kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that I would have to, you know, for my daughter. My daughter is really, she's 13 years old, and she is kind of into that, you know, horror vibe, the emo look, the, like the lace fingers, gloves, that kind of thing. She loves bears, anything bears, but her favorites are polar bears, and all that kind of thing. So, you know, if I was making one for myself, it would have to do it to my husband and my kid and my t-shirt, my two kids. So, another one, my fourth child. But yeah, so, but on that note, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If, you know, you just, you know, have a comment, please comment below. I think I'm going to be having another giveaway here soon. I'm not quite sure what, but it's probably something that, maybe a project bag, or some fabricator guide, or something. But yeah, so I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will see you next Thursday. Well, I'm putting this up on Friday, so I will be filming again on Thursday. We'll see if I can get, you know, at least 6 more things on my list done. Complete 6 more goals, which would be good, because next week is the 20th. We'll see how my owls come out. I hope you're ready, Claudia, because I am. And we'll take it from there. So have a wonderful weekend. Please be safe. You know, please use those kind words if you see somebody who looks a little down and out. And, you know, keep on going on.